This is a presentation on political and cultural models of educational management used by Central Advisory Board of Education (CABE). This presentation will be covered under the topics as flashed. Education in India is on the concurrent list of our constitution. This means both the central and state governments share responsibility. Sometimes this creates conflict as an advisory body like CABE is very important. CABE brings everyone together, central leaders, state ministers and experts to discuss and make decision. To understand how CABE works, we need to look at different management models. These models help us to see how policies are formed and implemented. An educational researcher, Tony Bush, suggested 6 models of management. Out of these, 2 are very important for CABE, the political model and the cultural model. These are useful in India because our country is both federal and very diverse. Policies cannot be made in isolation. They need to balance politics and culture. That's why these 2 models matter the most here. The political model says that decision making is not smooth or simple. It is like bargaining. Different groups have their own interests. There are power struggles and conflicts, and goals may keep changing. In this model, leaders are like negotiators, trying to find middle ground between different voices. For CABE, this means dealing with many stakeholders who do not always agree. The main features of this model are decision making happens in groups, not just by person. Interests often clash, for example, center versus state needs. Negotiation and building coalitions are required. Outcome depends on who has more power or influence. Think of classroom where the teacher, parents and students all want different things. The final decision will depend on who has stronger arguments or more influence. In India, education is joint responsibility of both center and state. CABE provides a platform where they can negotiate. A good example is NEP 2020 debate. Some states oppose the idea of making Hindi compulsory. CABE gave them space to raise their concern and compromises were made. This shows how CABE uses political model to balance interest. CABE had played an important role in shaping big policies. For example, Right to Education Act 2009 was finalized after a lot of discussion on who would find it. The Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan was planned with inputs from states. CABE has handled controversies like acquisitions that center sometimes dominates. Even then, it remained the forum for negotiation. These examples prove CABE's political nature. Now, let's turn into the cultural model. This model focuses on shared benefits and values. It says the culture, things like traditions, rituals, and norms, shapes how organizations function. In this view, leaders work to build strong positive culture rather than just resolving conflicts. For CABE, this means promoting national values like inclusivity and respect for diversity. The cultural model has features like organization work on shared meanings and common goals. Rituals and traditions play a big role in building identity. Leaders act as role models, guiding others with values. For example, in schools, daily assemblies or celebrating festivals together create a sense of unity. CABE uses similar ideas at the national level. CABE shows this model by promoting constitutional values like equity and justice. It respects diversity by supporting mother tongue education, and it ensures inclusivity for minorities and disadvantaged groups. A good example is the NEP 2020, which highlights learning in local languages and access for children from weaker section. This reflects the cultural model in action. Some examples are in 2009, CABE supported creating a central madrasa board, but it was careful to respect religious traditions. NEP 2020 focused strongly on inclusivity and social equity. CABE has also worked on policies for minorities and backward districts, making sure no groups is left behind. All of this reflects its role in shaping culture through education. If we compare the political model, it's about power struggle, conflicts, and negotiations. The cultural model is about shared values, inclusivity, and unity. CABE applies both depending on the situation. For example, it uses political model when negotiation with states and the cultural model when promoting equity and values in policy. In reality, CABE combines both models. This hybrid approach helps it to work in a diverse country. For example, the national policies 1968, 1986 and 2020 were formed after political negotiations, but they also emphasized cultural inclusivity. Programs like Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan are political in planning but cultural in their goal of equity. So CABE is successful when blends both. CABE also faces challenges. Sometimes it is accused of political interference. Some states feel the center dominating. It has also to balance modernization like digital education with inclusivity for rural and poor children. These challenges are not easy, but they show how complex education management is in a country like India will work about. To conclude, CABE uses both political and cultural model. Politically, it negotiates and balances different interests. Culturally, it promotes shared values and inclusivity. This dual role is essential in federal diverse country like India. Going forward, CABE needs to continue to build consensus and ensure inclusive policies for each and everyone. The reference include Tony Bush's book, The Theories of Educational Management, official CABE reports, and National Education Policy 2020. These sources provided both theoretical and practical insight into CABE's role. Thanks to everyone for attending on this PPT.